y'all, it's Elisha and welcome back to Elisha's Crafty Hoplop. You'll be seeing this on Saturday morning, so happy Saturday to you all. Happy Saturday. It's going to be a fun weekend, certainly for me here in New York. I'm hoping it's going to be fun for each of you, but also because we have a lot of interesting projects to look at. I did come across an amazing craft channel I want to share with you, and the name is Kristianne's Crafty Adventures. And I will put a link to her channel down below. I found her via Griffin Girl. And what is really unique about Kristianne's channel is that she does a series of amazing 3D projects, like an ice cream truck or a Christmas truck or a backpack with a zipper in it. Lots of amazing 3D projects, all of which she does not using an SVG file or a die. She does it simply by using a 12 by 12 sheet of either printed scrapbooking paper or cardstock. Y'all, this is remarkable, and her tutorials are so easy to follow. I fell down a rabbit hole. I watched a whole bunch of her tutorials, and I was really impressed. I think she's a rare find on YouTube because she builds super cute 3D projects using nothing but paper, scissors, double-sided tape, and glue. So I strongly suggest you all go check her out. I'm going to put a link to her channel down below. I think that, sometimes when I was learning how to box build, I told y'all, I bought SVG files that I hand cut, and I bought some dies. And not all of the dies worked that well, y'all. They really didn't. And I started realizing that if I wanted to build a solid box, I had to learn how to do it on my own. What I love about this channel, about Kristianne's channel, is that she builds all sorts of 3D projects using nothing but literally a paper cutter, scissors, glue, and tape. And they're really cute and not difficult to build at all. I know, because I prototyped one of them. Super simple, y'all. I never recommend something to you unless I've tried it out or I've tested it, because I think if I'm going to say, hey, I think this is worth checking out, then I have to be able to stand behind it. So I did a test run. Super easy, y'all. And actually the projects turn out, at least the one I prototyped turned out without any problems. So if you have a moment this weekend, go and check her out. Fabulous projects. I suspect, like me, you're going to fall down a rabbit hole and fall in love with this channel. All right, so thank you to Griffin Girl, because I found this channel via Griffin Girl, who also is just a beautiful crafter and makes beautiful creations. But it was nice to know that also, Griffin Girl, who can do pretty much any kind of crafting, also loves this channel, because it's nice to be able to build projects out of simple paper. And there's something magical about conjuring a 3D ice cream truck out of nothing but a sheet of paper, y'all. It's very satisfying. I will be on this weekend, not as much as usual for reasons you already know, but Brian and I are collaborating on putting together the list of participants for our fall collab. We had tons of interest, no surprise there, especially since they don't usually exist. And unfortunately, we will not be able to accommodate everyone, and that is the hard part for us, y'all. But what we are seeking to do is to pick people who have not done a collab before and mix those with veterans who have. And that way we have a really solid collab. And so hopefully Brian and I will connect today, and we will figure out that team formally, and we'll announce that later on, either today or tomorrow. I want to thank all of you for your interest. Again, if you didn't make it into the collab, it is for no other reason other than we just don't have enough spots, y'all. Again, I encourage anyone who wants to run a collab to start one. I know it's work. I know it means coordinating, but folks, there's clearly interest for these sorts of projects. So just an encouragement to those of you perhaps who haven't tried running a collab to think about doing it. It's a great service for the community. It's wonderful. You're my coffee maker, always. And it's a way to help crafters, especially newer to YouTube crafters, get their projects out into the bigger community. So you're also just sort of doing a public service, which is nice. Anyway, y'all, Brian and I will announce the collab participants hopefully by this evening, and if not this evening, then on Sunday. I don't know what you're up to. I almost broke my nose bend, y'all. Oh yeah, we were this close. Yep. And it was because Monty had open book. And I was really torn, because when I commit to something like a no spend, I commit to it. So all day I didn't email her, all day. And then I finally buckled and I emailed her and said, okay, did you sell the open book? But of course she did. So I was saved from myself by someone else buying the open book for Monty. You all know I love open book, and I actually love open book florals. And that's the part that I would have broken my nose band for. But thankfully someone else had already bought them, so I was saved from breaking my nose band. But boy, was it close, y'all. It was close, this close. The other reason I almost broke my nose band is that my merchant trim is finally back in stock at Hobby Lobby. And there's free shipping. There's free shipping this weekend. And so I'm like, I've tried to buy that trim over and over again for the last month, and it wasn't in stock, and they restock it during my nose bend. So it was really hard because y'all know Hobby Lobby overcharges for shipping, and they finally have a free shipping weekend, and I'm like, are you gonna break it? So far I have not. I have held off, and I'm hoping that I can keep my resolve. But I do use that trim for everything, so it's tough, y'all. I don't count that as a craft emergency. Even though it's a staple in my craft stash, it's not glue. So I'm like, girlie, I can't justify it. Boy, this nose band came at the worst time. I'm telling you, y'all, at the worst time. But I'm trying to stick with it. I told y'all I'd let you know if I waver or if I have a problem, and we're only a week in and I'm struggling. I'm struggling, for sure. Only because of that merchant trim and open book, but mostly the merchant trim. Well, y'all, it's going to be a fun weekend here for me. I hope you're doing something fun. I did a little tour through Hobby Lobby's fall decor. Talk about nostalgia. Oh, I had this like pull up my heartstrings moment because I love walking through Hobby Lobby, especially during seasonal crafting. And y'all know they have the goofiest and most fun fall decor ever. By the way, Tiffany Domestic Fox, they have a ton of cute fox things for autumn. Most of them are sold out online, but they are available in store. So if you have a Hobby Lobby near you, oh my goodness, Tiffany, they have the cutest fox things. The cutest. I was actually looking because I'm behind on my birthday mail, y'all. I have a list like this. And I was looking for something for Tiffany, and they had it. And it was on sale, but they don't have it available online. I do miss walking through a Hobby Lobby. I really do. My husband thinks it's ridiculous, but I don't know, it uplifts my spirits to walk through and see all their goofy Halloween decor and their fall decor. It's hard for me to imagine that fall is upon us, My husband is against anything kitschy, so we are not the kind of house that changes over our towels and our throw blankets and our decor. He hates all that stuff. I like it. He hates it. So we strike a compromise. But boy, do I ever enjoy taking a look at the stuff. And they have the cutest little signs, y'all. Like really cute that says like, hey, it's fall, y'all. Like really cute. But yeah, my husband is so anti-kitsch of any kind that that stuff cannot come into this house. He just will lose it. So the compromise is stuff like, pumpkin latte candles. That's our compromise. So unfortunately, I will not be redoing the New York kind of apartment in fall, autumn spice, but believe me, if I could, I would. So for those of you changing over your throw blankets and your tea towels and your candles, oh, I hope you have fun doing it. I do think we should, during COVID, make our home a sanctuary of some kind, and I've been doing a lot of thinking about that. Just in the same way, so y'all know my goal for the summer was to learn how to build boxes. Well, I've done that. So now I'm thinking, what's your next crafty goal? And I think it's to learn how to emboss properly. Can I emboss? Sure. Do I emboss well? I could do better. My embossing could be neater. I could have a better skill set at it. And that's why I hauled all those embossing powders, because that's going to inspire me to become much better at embossing. So that's my next crafty goal. But I think my other goal is to make even this New York apartment, which is probably our most creative in some ways, but also our most clean lined, a little bit more like a sanctuary. Because I think because of COVID, and we're expecting it to last a whole other year, y'all, I do want to make this home as comfortable as it can be. And I think that's important for all of us, and something worth aspiring to. If we're going to have to spend so much time at home, then it better be the most comfortable place it can be, y'all, and the most inspiring and uplifting too. We have tons of folks in our community who need our well wishes and our prayers. You all know that, right? We have Becky Long's husband. So Fancy Nancy had a terrible fall, y'all. A terrible fall and an emergency, and she has broken her arm. It's actually quite serious. Please keep her in your thoughts and in your prayers. You know that Marcy and Carrie are still recovering, as is Alvina. otherwise known as Latin Girl 34, Lisa Pate and her husband. We have tons of folks, and that's just our list of COVID. We have people who are going through all sorts of things. Soleil has had a very difficult health week. We know that Tammy is going through an absolute ordeal with her kidneys. So many folks in our world need our care. Belinda's still recovering. So many of us just want to send out well wishes and prayers for you all. And we're wishing for you only recovery and good health. We have gotten through this together, and we're going to continue getting through this together. But you know, a little well-wishing never hurts, y'all. It never hurts. I'm wishing for you a very happy and crafty Saturday. I hope whatever you do today, I hope it brings you some joy. I truly do. And hopefully I'll be back on later today with an update on our fall collab, and at the latest tomorrow. Until then, y'all, have a fabulous day. Bye for now.